Alrighty, guys, we are back. Night Prince 2, Twice Tempted. It's chapter 17 of 19. Let's get right to it. Deep within Vlad's upstairs vampire room, you think through your latest fight with Vlad. God, he's so unfair. He just wants me to stay cooped up in the castle while he puts his life in danger. But if I don't do anything to try to track his psychotic ex, she'll kill us both anyway or get away. Granted, she's a spellcaster and may have body trapped the psychic link, but that's even more reason we need to stop her. Hey kid, hope I'm not interrupting anything. Marty, it's good to see you. What's new with you? Let's do that. Not much, just trying to manage things between the circus and things here. I understand that Vlad's working on tracking down whoever's after you. Of course, if word's going around the manor is correct, you two are having a fight about exactly that. I don't know what I'm going to do. I love Vlad, but sometimes he is so archaic, whatever that is. Can you imagine how he'd react if I told him he wasn't allowed to risk his life for his people anymore? He wouldn't listen. Right, so how is that different from me assuming some risk in order to hunt down a serious threat? A threat that nearly killed me 3 times and succeeded on a 4th attempt. You're upset because Vlad's a chauvinist. Exactly. Marty scoffs. What? You're the only one surprised by this, kid. You married a borderline psychotic. Of course you did. Duh. He conquered the brutal circumstances he grew up in by being even more brutal. Add turning into a vampire and centuries of undead power struggles, and you have one crazy, cruel bastard. He pats your knee, reassuring you. Did you really think someone like that would let his wife fight his enemies for him? I'm not trying to fight his enemies for him. He needs to get over himself. I guess I can see where he's coming. We'll do that right there. Yeah, it's a complicated issue on the one hand. He's not your boss. On the other, he's scared of you getting hurt. Mixed in his traumatic past, and things get even more complicated. But I can't just sit on my hands and do nothing. What am I supposed to do? Let him dictate my every move because he's the medieval version of old fashioned? I didn't sign on for that. No, you signed on for something harder, marriage. Smart ass. Deep down, I guess I know Marty's right. Marrying a dragon means dealing with the times he's breathed fire, and I'm not giving up. I'm in it for the long haul. Thanks, Marty. For what I told you not to get involved, for what I told you not to get involved with him, and I haven't changed my mind that this is a bad idea. You need to stop saying that. You worry too much about me. We'll do that. Too much? You know I think of you like a second daughter, right? And now you're married to one of the most ruthless men to ever live. True, but that's still my decision to make. Vlad might be crazy, cruel bastard, but he's my crazy, cruel bastard, and we're going to work this out. Hey, Marty, any chance you know where Vlad went? You catch yourself before he answers. Actually, never mind. I'm pretty sure I already know. Well, you descend the staircases, wrinkling your nose as the smell grows more pungent. Piss off a modern guy and he'll likely go to a local bar. Piss off a vampire with an impelled habit and an in-house dungeon, and he'll go, and it's a no-brainer where he'll go. As you're about to reach the next door, the guard raises a hand to stop you. Oh God. The guard's eyes go wild. Looks like a doctor to me, with fear at your approach. Like a doctor to me, like no guard. You blasted me with lightning last we saw each other, knocked me fully unconscious. Right, when I was trying to force my way down to see Vlad a while back. Sorry about that. We'll do that. Yeah, I bet you are. Lots of good that does now. I'm really sorry I acted rashly, and I didn't think of how it would affect you. I promise I'm not here to get you in trouble, and I don't plan on doing anything like that this time. I'm not going to try anything. Just please tell Vlad I would like to speak to him. He pinches his collar, then speaks into it in a Romanian. Ah, the wonders of technology. Gotta love good communications devices. Please wait here. Wonder if that means Vlad is coming or if someone else is coming to escort me out. It's about 10 minutes before you get your answer. What do you want? Do you think I'm sorry for making you worry first? Okay, let's do that. Yes, well, maybe if you'd stop risking yourself foolishly, I wouldn't have to. Maybe I can help without taking the kind of risks you're thinking of. I have a solution that will work for both of us. His brow arches and you glance pointedly at the guard. You want to do this here? His mouth tightens, but he sweeps past you and starts up the stairs. Well, you follow him until the two of you reach the privacy of your shared room. It's there he turns and faces you. From the mood, you haven't gotten Cynthia's exact location from Charbonnel yet. He's tough, plus she may have bewitched him so he can't tell you where she is. That's also occurred to me. Of course it did. You've been doing this a lot longer than me. It's flattering. If flattery is your solution, don't bother. You're not using her knife to link to her. I've already disposed of it. That's fine. You're not touching Charbonnel to attempt to link to her either. Don't want to. I can do without physically reliving your interrogation techniques, thanks. He grabs your hand and pulls you closer. Stop lying, Amber. You haven't given up, and we both know it. All Charbonnel has to do is hold out a few more days until Cynthia realizes he's caught and bolts. He knows it, and you know it. She lived here, though, so her old room must be filled with essence, lace objects I can't possibly kill myself with. If you really want to go overboard ensuring I stay safe, chain me up before I try using one of those to link to her. Chain you? Come on, I'm sure you fantasize about it. It will stop me from harming myself. I'm gonna say, let's just go nice with it and say it's a good plan, right? We'll do that. We'll be nice. I suppose at the very least nothing harmful will happen to you if you try. But keep in mind while you're scanning through her room, you might see things you don't want to see. Jealousy snaps through you for an instant, but you do your best to stuff it down. If so, I'll have to get over it by watching you kill her later. He stares at you in a penetrating way that measures your words against pieces of you only he can see. Finally, he inclines his head, the embarrassed smile ghosting across his lips. As it happens, I do have some chains. Of course you do, Vlad. Here we go. It doesn't take long before the two of you have gotten gathered up what necessary and reconvenance in Cynthia's old room. So this was her room. It's pretty. I'm gonna say it's pretty. Let's do that. Lace and cream decor, lace, drapes, dainty crystal fixtures, and that flower arrangement. She certainly spent time dressing this place up. How long ago did you two break up? A few years ago. Pretending she doesn't matter even enough to remember. Then why did you keep her bedroom exactly the way she had it when she lived here? He folds his arms, the silver chains he draped over his shoulder rattling with the motion. If she still mattered to me, I wouldn't have married you. This room remains unused because you were my ex-lover and you slept with me. Sorry I'm acting so jealous. If you say so, let's do that. I promise you that I possess no remaining love for the person who once slept in this room. It should be telling that this was as far as she got, and she never shared a room with me as you do. Oh, okay. I guess that does make me feel a little bit better. Vlad begins to bind your wrists with multiple lengths of chains, tightening them until you can't move. We could have some fun with this later, you know. When I tie you up, I'll use silk and I'll leave your hands free because I love the feel of them on my skin. If you leave my hands free, what's the point of tying me up? A wicked smile blazes across his face. Then he leans in, the soft sandpaper of his jaw grazing your cheek. Why tell you when I can show you? You crane your neck, leaving it exposed and vulnerable for Vlad's lips to brush against. His fangs pop out, sliding along your smooth skin as his lips kiss you again and again. You try to reach up to caress him, but the chains hold you in place. What's wrong? You a little stuck? No fair. Life's not fair, but at least this way it's fun. He kisses you again in long drags that leave you wanting more. I believe we can have even more fun like this, can't we? Slowly, he begins to kiss down your torso, trailing his lips between your legs as he pushes up your skirt. Let's see. We're going to have to turn him down. I don't know if that's really what I'm in the mood for right now. Oh? He positions himself up, one knee to come face to face with you, the heat practically radiating off him. He smiles, as confident as sin. Then shall we skip straight to the fun part? His hands trail down your side, then slope back to the space between your legs. I'm going to turn him down again. It's YouTube. I don't think so. Oh. Maybe later. Right now, we've got a job to do. Fair enough. On with the mission. Vlad strides over to the bed, retrieving a lamp from the nightstand before bringing it to you. Gently. Does he think I've never touched anything fancy before? He delicately places it in your hand, and you grasp as it shatters in your grasp. What the hell? You're not used to your new strength. Oh, that's what it was. Until you are, treat everything as though it's more fragile than eggshells. And whatever you do, don't touch a human. Wow, I'll keep that in mind. You scan the room for something of hers that won't cost Vlad a lot if you break it. Oh, look at that, how cute. Were those dried flowers on the mantel hers? She picked them, yes. He pulls a chunk out of the arrangement, carrying it over to you before gently placing them against your hand. Look at that. Something flares a vision, and in an instant you see her once more. Oh, there she is. Wait, she's not just picking flowers, she's gathering ingredients. And she's planning to use them for something dark. That much is coming through the essence trail. I want to find out what's going on. Cynthia strolls through the meadow, carefully selecting what flowers and plants to add to her growing basket. However, beneath her seemingly calm exterior, a storm brews within her mind. A psychic connection between the two of you is more than enough to give you access to her thoughts. I have to be careful not to keep my spell ingredients all in one place, just in case someone recognizes what I'm doing. The beautiful spring day has clearly done nothing to improve Cynthia's mood. It's only been 6 months since the last spell, yet Vlad is already acting distant again. Any other man should be madly in love with me, but after seven spells, I can barely keep Vlad from leaving me. Ha, take that. Vlad is resisting your charms. The problem is the same reason he's such a valuable protector, his power. I could try using stronger magic on him, but he'd notice it for sure. Well, what the law guardians may do to me will be nothing compared to his wrath if he finds out what I've been doing. Especially when he finds out I've been doing it from the start. What? She's controlling him with magic their entire relationship? She grabs another handful of lace before placing them in her basket. I shouldn't worry so much. As long as I'm careful, I won't be caught. That's what you think. Most vampires have masters to protect them or strength to keep themselves safe. The rest of us, masterless and with only modest power, are left to fend for ourselves. She gives you one last look at her basket contents. Perhaps more mallow will make the spell last longer. So there we have it. The vision ends and rage overtakes you as you stare down at the flowers in your hand. Do you know what these are, Vlad? Poppies. We'll say flowers. Ingredients for a spell. To prompt love. Red poppy for true love. Mallow for being overwhelmed with love. See where she's going with this? I never loved her. His voice vibrates with the forcefulness of realization. Yeah, and it ticked her off that you were too strong for her spell to fully work. Still, you stayed with her for a better part of 3 decades, so her efforts weren't a total bust. Vlad opens his mouth and says nothing, slowly processing what he's just learned. Finally, he bites out a request, barely hiding his seething anger at the woman who used him. See if you can find her in the present now. You stroke the flowers again, moving past the memory to focus on the essence trail. It's there before you like a fishing line with her at the end of it. And yet every time you concentrate and pull back on the line, you come up with nothing. You keep trying, an internal clock noting the passage of time as you fail to reach the other side. 10 minutes, 20, 30, 40. Amber, stop. I don't know what I can't see her. I used to glimpse her before my health went haywire. Now I don't even get that. You haven't been a vampire very long. Every cell in your body has been drastically altered. It's remarkable you're able to use any of your abilities this soon. Remarkably, that's a 4/4. That and 4/4 will get you $1. What's up with that? Who knows how long until Cynthia figures out what's going on and goes into hiding. In your despair, you can't help but glance at Cynthia's bed. It's stupid to get jealous now, but the thought of Vlad with her, the hours, days, and years Vlad spent entwined with her in that bed upsets you far past normal vampire possessiveness. Vlad glances at your face, and before you can say anything, the bed bursts into flames ignited by his power. Look at that. The violently tender emotions sweeping your own tells you exactly what he did. It had nothing to do with anger towards Cynthia. He simply wanted to destroy something that hurt you. Vlad, thank you. Of course. Still, I don't know what we're going to do. Cynthia will be expecting a new word from Charbonnel already, and suddenly it hits you. What's that expression? I figured it out. I figured out how we're going to get her. And there we have it. There's another episode. We're moving right along. 2 to go. So as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow.